Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Mikestand. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Um, where we basically talk niche. So let's see now. ATC. Hello, ladies. Fireworks explode. Action comes running down the stage. He leaps, slides into the ring. He runs and leaps onto the turnbuckle, raising his arms in glory. The crowd goes wild. Yes, he does. Action. And I do appreciate the likes and shares already. If you guys can continue to do that, so we get some more people in here, that'd be great. Because we just now went down from 3 to 2 people. Oh boy. Hello, Mike. Hope you're well. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much had a pretty good day today. Ah, Woody's here too. Hey, Woody yells, "Curses you!" Action told as he wipes custard off his noggin. Oh boy. And here we go again with the counter. The counter's being screwy again. We know we had 3 people in here, but yeah, the counter still says 1 for some reason. But anyways, how about that morning, Woody? Oh, with that, I know we had 3 people in here. We'll wait a few more minutes. So anything exciting happened for you guys today? Let's see now. How dare you get custard on my $3,000 suit? Oh boy. The children at play, huh? So, so I hope you guys have had a good day today. See, um, yeah. So as I said, we're just waiting around for a few more people. See if people show up. Um, let's see. Um, yeah. So there's been a lot of news today, and I will be covering it. Let's see. What time is it? Let's see. 3 minutes. Talk a bit more about it. Back into 3. That's again. So let's see now. Let's see now. So what did you guys do today? I got up pretty early myself, so I kind of got myself up around 6:30, and then after checking some things on the computer, watched some Tune In with Me. Um, got in the shower around 8. Went up then after got up and got dressed, all that. Went up to the store, picked up my energy drink, came home, did a few other little things. Went and grabbed lunch, then came home. Um, watched my Toonami block, then got the stream ready, and then tried to do a few other things. Tried to call an old friend of mine, or called a friend of mine. But good news, my wife's test came back, and she she's currently negative for cancer, but that's only because they caught it so early. They are still gonna have to remove her egg factory. Good, bad news, but mostly good. Well, it's good in that they caught it early enough to where they saved her life, but you're right. It kind of sucks that in doing so, she at this point will probably not be able to have any more children, you know. But I'm sure that that doesn't, you that's why you should make sure you let the children you already have know you love them that much more, you know, because they are precious gifts. I get to keep my wife, and that's what counts to me. Yeah, that's cool. Children are an expensive hobby. Hmm. I don't know. I think toys. I think might disagree with you there, Woody. I think Bat Goat probably also would. I know Bat Goat. I'm pretty sure would disagree with you. I would say that Bat Goat would not call them a hobby. Where I think he disagree with you on. How about Woody? How's the cheap suit doing? Oh boy. Okay, children, let's be nice. Let's be nice. Let's see now. So we're almost at 6.5 minutes now. All right. Well, there's three of us here, so I guess I can. Hopefully, some more people will show up here. Um, so I can. So I guess I can kind of go through a little bit. Well, maybe I should wait at least another minute or so. Um, then again, I don't have as much. Yeah. So, all right. Well, anyways, the counter's screwing around again. All right. So, laugh out loud. Yeah. Not so funny when you're kind of a smaller YouTuber and kind of wish you had more people coming in. I miss Anon. Yeah, I mean it kind of sucked the way that all went down, but you know that was his choice. Unfortunately, that's his choice, and he has to live with that. Um, um. All right. Well, now we're coming up on 8 minutes, so I guess I will get going a bit here. All right. So tonight I do have 6 stories tonight. Of course, the headliner is a headliner that's been kind of going around all day. I am going to, of course, kind of go through the all 6 stories are from Bounding into Comics. We're going to start off, of course, with the John Cena story. Him apologize. I've got my own little take on that as I go through that article. We're also going to look at um, the article in regards to the live action Powerpuff Girls show that CW is doing. Um, Also in the realm of anime, I'm going to talk a bit about the eBay story that came out a couple of days ago about them banning adult anime as well as the Ragnarok. That release date from Netflix is coming out. And in the realm of comics, some Arctoons news, as well as John Ostrander having something very interesting to say that we'll look at the end. So that's basically all that's going down tonight. Those are the 6 stories. See, we're at 9, coming up on 9.5 minutes. So we'll probably start at about 10-minute mark. I hope you guys are ready. Hopefully, we'll get some more people in soon. Today is Tuesday, so I'm sure people will be in soon. Let's see. 9, 8. I guess now time to start that all. Right, so we're at the 10-minute mark. We got 3. I think we. I'm sure Woody, you're still here. I hope you're still here, man. I know it would seem ATC is still here, and I do appreciate any and all likes, guys. Helps get the word out and get the algorithm up. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So, this is a story that was kind of been buzzing around all quite a bit today. Let's see. Oh, custard. I meant custard. All right. So, anyways, John Cena apologizes to China for referring to Taiwan as a country during Fast and the Furious 9 interview. Story by John F. Trent, and it was published today. Yeah. And I know a lot of people, a lot of people have been raging about this throughout the day today. I watched Leto's Yellow Flashes and Anthony Brian Logan's video on this. I know quite a few people said this. For somebody who claims to be a patriot, for somebody who claims to be strong, excuse my French here, but this guy is a world class pussy. And yes, I said pussy. John Cena is a world class pussy for this. In his manhood is as strong as no wonder people hate him. Cena is a trash human. Yeah, he's just going by the by the woke by the by the woke roadside there, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and get into this article. Fast and the Furious 9 actor John Cena issued an apology in Mandarin on Weibo for claiming Taiwan was a country during a promotional interview for the upcoming Fast and the Furious 9 film. And there's a girly man right there. While doing an interview on the Taiwanese broadcast network TVBS to promote the film, Cena stated that Taiwan would be the first country to watch the film. He would later issue an apology in Mandarin on Weibo for claiming Taiwan was a country. Cena's apology was shared to Twitter by Joe Shu. Um, so, and then here's a tweet right here. And I know people have also shown the video. A translation of Cena's apology was done by South China Morning Post. He stated, "Hi, China, I'm John Cena. I'm in the middle of Fast and Furious 9 promotions. I'm doing a lot of interviews. I made a mistake in one of my interviews." Cena continued, "Everyone was asking me if I could use Chinese movie staff. Um, Gave me a lot of information. So there was a lot of interviews and information. I made one mistake. I have to say something very, very, very important. Now, I love and respect China and Chinese people. I'm very, very sorry about my mistake." Well, no, it wasn't a mistake, John. You said what you truly felt. Okay, but now you're count. You know, instead of telling what you should have done is you should have told the Chinese government "f you" like you tell your opponents "f you." But of course, you can't do that. You know, because it's all about the Chinese dollar, right? As Flash put it, it's all about getting that Chinese dollar. We can live. You can live without the Chinese dollar. I'm sorry. Okay, you know, we don't need the Chinese dollar. Okay, um, China can go stick it where the sun don't shine. That look is the look of a man who's been getting pegged by many small. I mean, yeah. Hey, I said this at the very least on Leto and Yellow Flash's videos on this today. When I saw the video of him apologizing, he looked like he was crying. He looked like he was crying. So yeah, you have to kind of wonder if maybe he pulled a Caitlyn Jenner. He went out and pulled a Caitlyn Jenner. Hmm. He continued, profusely apologizing. I apologize. I apologize. I'm very sorry. You must understand that I really love, really respect China and the Chinese people. My apologies. See you. Uh, let's see. Yeah, it's still there because I'm only showing one viewer now. South China Morning Post claims Chinese users aren't buying the apology, and they shouldn't. Uh, um, I don't know if it was yellow flat. Actually, it was actually it's kind of funny. It was I think ABL who said it that John was playing the role of the white monkey, and it's not a racial thing. It's the idea of trying to get the Chinese dollar. John Cena is being played like one of those little Jack in the Box monkeys, or the little monkeys that you see get wound up. You go around. They either have the two symbols that they bang together, or they have a little Jack in the Box. So one user wrote, "Please say in Chinese that Taiwan is a part of China. Otherwise, we won't accept it." Another wrote, "Then you should say Taiwan is China's. Um, what you have said in the video is nonsense. You can't take benefits from China, but in the meantime, do things to harm China's interests." Still, another added, "I like you. I think you truly love China. Don't talk carelessly again about China's territory and sovereignty." Well, I think what he was doing was he was acknowledging Taiwan sovereignty just like Trump did. What's a shame here too is John Cena has tried to build a reputation on the idea of basically sticking the middle finger to authority, to basically remember one of his finishing moves he calls the FU, right? That his version of that Death Valley driver. Okay. And yet now he's not saying to China F you, he's saying to China F me, as in effing John Cena. So nope, I don't count. Uh, so The United States Department of State does not recognize Taiwan and does not support Taiwan independence. Well, they don't now. I think they did under Trump's administration. I think Trump's administration did, but the current Department of State does not. Because as everybody knows, John Cena is not the only one on all fours for China. I think we all know the Bidens are on all fours for China as well. Instead, the U.S. Department of State switched diplomatic recognition from Taipei to Beijing in the 1979 U.S. PRC joint communique. As part of the joint communique, the United States recognized the government of the People's Republic of China as the sole legal government of China, acknowledging the Chinese position that there is but one China and Taiwan is part of China. I guess this guy must be the John Cena's co-star, whoever this guy is right here. Universal Pictures did end up canceling a major event that was supposed to take place in Shanghai, China on Friday, May 21st, which was this past Friday. Um, Republic World reports Universal posted to Weibo that the event was canceled due to security concerns. Well, yeah, because maybe Taiwan decided, okay, well, he's acknowledging our independence, so maybe it's a good time to start causing, start, maybe trying to assert our independence a little bit more by Republic World reports Universal Postal posted to Weibo the event. Oh, okay, we already read that part. A translation of the post from Republic World reads: currently, Universal Pictures received threats that would make it impossible for us to hold the press conference and could cause considerable security risk. Universal added, security will always be our top priority. As a result, after careful evaluation, Universal Pictures was forced to cancel the press conference for Fast and Furious 8. Again, there's no need to do business with China. Okay, we don't need the Chinese dollar. I think Trump was right to basically boycott China. Um, Anyways, Woody, you still there, man? Haven't seen you comment in a while. Well, now we're back up to two. See? All right. Fast and the Furious 9 opened up in China on May 21st. According to the numbers, it's currently earned 136 million in the country as of May 24th, or this past Monday. It earned another 2.5 million in Hong Kong. The film is not expected to be released in the United States until June 25th, 2021. So, about a few weeks here. Basically, a month after it opened in China. The official description of the film reads Vin Diesel's Dom Toretto is leading a quiet life off the grid with Letty and his son, Lil Brian. But they know that danger always lurks just over their peaceful horizons. It continues. This time, that threat will force Dom to confront the sins of his past if he's going to save those he loves most. His crew joins together to stop a world shattering plot led by the most skilled assassin and high performance driver they've ever encountered. A man who also happens to be Dom's forsaken brother, Jacob. John Cena, the upcoming Suicide Squad. The description concludes F9. Yeah, that's I think 9 times how many times that John Cena probably got, you know, by China. Sees the return of Justin Lin as director, who helmed the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth chapters of the series when it transformed into a global blockbuster. The action hurdles around the globe, from London to Tokyo, from Central America to Edinburgh, and from a secret bunker in Azerbaijan to the teeming streets of Tbilisi. Along the way, old friends will be resurrected and old foes will return. History will be rewritten, and the true meaning of family will be tested like never before. What do you think of Cena's apology? I think it's probably one of the most un-American things he could have done. That's what I think. He likes to say he's a patriot, but he's actually a traitor. That's what I think. Silence about silence will a whistling wind hits the chant. Hmm. So, anyway, so now we're gonna move on to the next story here. We're about getting the half-hour mark here. Report: the CW to rework the Powerpuff Girls live-action series, written by John F. Trent, published yesterday. Here we go. A new report claims that the CW will rework their live action Powerpuff Girls series after a pilot had originally been greenlit back in February. This new report comes from Variety's Joe Otterson, who claims the network will film a new pilot for the series off cycle. Otterson did not have any other details other than the actors attached to the original pilot are still attached to his upcoming reworked one. Um, those actors include Chloe Bennett as Bubbles, Dove Cameron as Blossom, and Yana Peralt as Buttercup. Donald Faison had also been cast as a race swapped Professor Utonium. The series was expected to see the Powerpuff Girls as disillusioned 20 somethings who resent having lost their childhood to crime fighting. Would go on to ask the question, will they agree to reunite now that the world needs them more than ever? As for Faison's uh, Professor Utonium, he was supposed to be staring down a midlife crisis and attempting to repair his relationships with his now adult daughters. Okay, yeah. And I did actually hear about, because I know Yellow Flash commented on. I know when he did a video on this today. I think he commented on the original pilot that was actually leaked, and it wasn't that great. Um, let's continue on with the article here. Set photos for Bennett, Cameron, Peralt, and Faison in costume surfaced back in April, courtesy of TMZ. hmm Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I get this. The underlying concept is, I think, bad. The idea of having them as disillusioned 20 something. Yeah, I mean, it goes totally against what the Powerpuff Girls actually did represent. The show was written by Heather Regnier and Diablo Cody, with both of them also serving as executive producers. It was coming out of Berlanti Productions with Greg Berlanti, Sarah Schechter, and David Madden as executive producers. Warner Brothers Television was also producing the show. The original Powerpuff Girls cartoon was created by Craig McCracken and ran on a Cartoon Network for 6 seasons from 1998 to 2005. Along with the series, there was also an animated film, Powerpuff Girls movie, that released in 2002. It grossed $16.4 million, but reportedly cost $25 million to make. So that was a net loss there of like almost $9 million right there. A rebooted version of the cartoon aired on Cartoon Network and ended in 2019. In the original cartoon, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup are three elementary school age girls who use their superpowers to protect the city of Townsville. And yes, I got a little tongue tied there, I know, and it did sound like I said titty there, but I didn't mean to say titty. It appears they won't be returning to protect Townsville as soon as expected. What do you make of the CW returning to the drawing board for the Powerpuff Girls pilot? I think they should, personally, I think they should just scrap the whole thing. Okay. As with a lot of cartoons like that, trying to change the underlying concept of the cartoons, just it's a bad idea, because you know this push trying to make it more woke by making these girls adults now, jilted, and one of the other things that I know, Flash was talking about. Now we're talking about, apparently, with them being adults now. Of course, now we're talking about their sex lives, which I don't think need. I don't think. I don't. I really don't think anybody really want. Maybe with the exception of the woke basement dwellers, I don't think anybody wants to be thinking about the Powerpuff Girls in that way. Their appeal came from the fact that they were innocent little girls who try to go out and protect their city and, save the world before bedtime, as the catchphrase put it. to try to pervert that concept is idiocy. Pure and simple. It's idiocy. It's gonna fall flat on their face. Let's see. I know, like ATC said something here. Let's see. Well, let's see. I know I always saw that already. The original cartoon art style never something I enjoyed. Oh yeah, admittedly, a lot of the a lot of the original stuff, like a lot of the cartoon stuff, animation was pretty wild in a way. Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab, Johnny Bravo, Codename Kids Next Door. The animation style was out there, but again, they were pitching it for kids. Yeah, maybe as a kid, well, you were probably older than a kid when it came. You were probably in your 20s already. I would take it, HTC when it came out. But as I said, this whole, let's try to rework what, no matter what you grew up on, let's try to rework it to fit our agenda. It's not going to appeal. It's not going to sell. Okay, that's what it comes down to. So, looks like people are slow to come tonight. Well, I know from what I understand, I know Tim Pool. I know is live streaming right now, so I know maybe Backdoor's over there. They they just let Powerpuff Girls stay over. Well, what do you mean by stay? You mean if they do make a live action, you think they should just do it as it was originally intended? In other words, with them being depicted as little girls just trying to save the world. Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Um, yeah. So we got back up to three, but then they left again, so now we're back down to two. Let me just go check something real quick here. What I was trying to do. Just see some- Oh wait, no, that's actually not what I was going for there. All right. So, anyways, all right. So let's see. Tim's kind of boring. Well, yeah, his is more, politically focused. Yeah. So, anyways, All right, so let's see. Let's get ready to move on to the next article then. Kind of going in reverse. I know normally I start with the comics, go anime, then to television, but the John Cena story was pretty pretty big, so I think I'd start out with that. So here we go. Check one more thing before I get started on the name. Oh, okay. So that's over with. Okay. All right. So, anyways, so let's get to this next article here from the anime section. And I'm sure you guys were here because I know Flash did a story on this yesterday a little bit too. eBay officially banned sale of adult only anime, manga, and video games, including items featuring suggestive poses. Written by Spencer McCooley, and this was actually published on Friday. So let's get into this. eBay has announced that it will be officially banning the sale of most adult only content from its marketplace, including anime, manga, and video games aimed at mature audiences, in order to prevent customers with no interest in these items from easily accessing them. Yeah, but well, that's I think that's a bad business decision. I mean, you could always set up a separate cache for that material. But according to the new adult items policy, which is set to take effect on July 15th, 2021, eBay will soon prohibit sexually oriented materials, including items containing nudity and displays of sexual activities, cheek, from being sold through the popular online auction house. The sweeping ban will cover a wide range of materials, including images of modeled clothing that is see through or very tight, sexually explicit anime, comics, books, animation, manga, hentai, yaoi, and and video games with a rating adults only 18 plus, and any media containing sexually suggestive poses or sexual acts. Well, say goodbye to a good chunk of your money. Um, I have my windows open so you can probably hear my sister and my nephew's girlfriend talking outside. eBay also warns that they reserve the right to take a number of administrative actions against those found to be in violation of this policy, including administratively ending or canceling listings, hiding or demoting all listings from such results, lowering seller rating, buying or selling restrictions, and account suspensions. Talk about like the old saying goes, cutting off your own nose to spite your own face. Um, Yet the ban will not be without its exceptions, as eBay noted that nude art listings that do not contain sexually suggestive poses or sexual acts will still be allowed, as well as sex toys and sex accessories. Okay. Curiously, a number of adult magazines such as Playboy, Playgirl, Playguy, Mayfair, On Our Backs, But the magazine, Blue the magazine, Gay Letter. These are names of oh man. Okay. Fantastic Man and Penthouse will also be exempt from the ban, though eBay gave no concrete reason as to why. At the bottom of their new policy, eBay explained that they had chosen to move forward in this direction in order to make adult items available to those who wish to purchase them and can do so legally, where while preventing those who do not wish to view or purchase these items from easily accessing them. This sentiment of public safety was echoed in a statement provided by provided to Vice by an eBay spokesperson, who asserted that the policy was adopted to maintain a safe and trusted marketplace. Let's see. Wow, where are people? I don't know. Usually back notes here by now. I just don't know. So just anime stuff. It would appear so. I mean, it could also be well. It could also be kind of a backlash against how manga and anime are just doing so much better than Western stuff too. eBay, a safe and trusted marketplace. Laugh out loud. Now that's funny. Yeah, just another woke company trying to show how woke they are. As of writing, how eBay's policy will be enforced remains wholly unclear, as it is unknown whether this policy will only apply to specifically um, pornographic material or also to material that just happens to incidentally contain the prohibited content, such as Berserk and Rama 1 half. Furthermore, the lack of clarification presents a worrying situation regarding which entity will be responsible for determining which items do or do not fall under these classifications. You see Guts and Casca right there sharing an intimate moment. Many of these classifications, such as what poses are sexually explicit or what is considered a sex act, are highly subjective. However, the policy as written appears to allow any given moderating entity the power to pick and choose which items to ban according to um, their own personal appraisals. A prospect that which could leave eBay sellers constantly looking over their shoulders. Yeah, and maybe deciding to take their business elsewhere so they don't have to put up with this baloney, which would end up costing eBay a lot of money. What do you make of eBay's new policy? Let us know your thoughts on social media, um, or in the comments below. Well, I think it's pretty simple. Another company looking to go woke, another company that's gonna go broke. I think that's ultimately what it's gonna boil down to. People have started to use Facebook Marketplace instead of eBay. Yeah, and I'm sure there are other ones out there too. I'm sure there are other. I'm sure there are other marketplaces out there as well. So, um, as I said, though, I think it could be too, the reason people aren't here as much, even though hmm, might just be a slow night. So, all right. So, anyways, we'll get ready to move on to the next story here. Let's see, 51 minutes already. So, here's the next story I'm going to cover. New record of Ragnarok trailer released alongside Netflix premiere date announcement. Written by, published by John F. Trent, published earlier today. Um, Let Go isn't bad. Kiji is okay. So at least it looks like we have two. All right. So, anyways, Record of Ragnarok released their second trailer and announced the official Netflix date for animation. Okay, so let me. New Record of Ragnarok trailer released along. Okay, I already went through all that. So, Record of Ragnarok released their second trailer and announced the official Netflix premiere date for the anime series. The official Warner Brothers Japan anime account shared the trailer. Take a look. And then there's a trailer on it. They previously released an English subtitled teaser trailer back in December. Here's that one. And the first official trailer was released in March. Take a look below. The anime's official Twitter account also confirmed the anime will see a global release on Netflix on June 17th. The official Twitter account wrote, um, Record of Ragnarok is coming to Netflix globally on June 17th. The series is based on the original created by Shinya Umemura with illustration Chika, story structure by Takumi. The manga is serialized in monthly comic Xenon in November 2017 and is still ongoing. It has been collected in 11 volumes already. The anime's official website provides some details about what the anime is about. In the heavens above, the gods hold a humanity survival conference once every 1,000 years. It's in this conference that the gods decide to end humanity. However, the demigod and half-human Valkyrie Brunhild um, challenges the gods to a tournament called Ragnarok, where the best of humanity will face off in 13 challenges against the gods. The first to seven wins claims victory. And it's not just the best of humanity at the current time. Brunhild is able to choose from the absolute best of humanity from the 7 million years humanity has existed on Earth. The official log line from Netflix reads Record of Ragnarok is a story of 13 gods across the globe and 13 of the world's most notable humans and out fighting it out in one-on-one battles to decide the fate of humanity. Based on the manga created by Azichika, Shinya Umemura, and Takumi Fukui, an earnest battle of transcendental rage begins. As you can see in the tweet above, they also released a new poster or key visual for the series. Here's a better look. In a news update, the official site revealed in this newly released visual, Brunhild and Gur are drawn in the center, struggling for the future of mankind. They added, surrounding the two, Lubu and Thor are drawn at the top. Adam and Zeus are drawn at the center, and Kojiro, Sasaki, and Poseidon are drawn at the bottom. Let's see if we got any. Everyone is late and poorly. Yeah. Well, I mean, considering how lively last night was, ATC, I guess it can't completely surprise me in that maybe people are just kind of like worn out. Maybe people just and we know that Leto probably getting ready for work, and that could be part. He usually comes in a little late because he usually ends up having to drive to work. So, anyways, as we continue on here, the Japanese cast for the show includes Miyuki Sawashiro as Brunhild, Tomoyo Kurosawa as Gol, Tomokazu Seki as Lubu, Soma Saito as Adam, Kojiro Sasaki as Kazuhiro Yamaji. Okay, I think it's supposed to be the other way around, but Hikaru Midorikawa as Thor, Wataru Takagi as Zeus, Takahiro Sakurai as Poseidon, Junichi Suwabe as Hermes, Yukihiro Nozuyama as Heimdall, Sho Hayami as Odin, Tetsuhisa Suzuki as Shiva, Rie Tanaka as Aphrodite, Yoshitsugu Matsuoka as Loki, Himata Tadokoro as Ares, Taisuke Nakano as Hugin, Tomohiro Yamaguchi as Munin, Aya Kawakami as Rendrige, Rina Kawaguchi as Rainless, and Yu Kobayashi as Frist. About loud. Now you gotta wonder what Wednesday is going to be like. Yeah, well, I mean, if they come back supercharged, well, that might be a slight problem because I'm actually gonna have to have the stream a little short tomorrow night. Only be able to probably go up to an hour and a half because I have somebody I've been trying to trying to hang out with, and they may not be available until 8:30. So you know, if I get done early here tonight, maybe I might try to see if they might be able to get together or something like that. But anyways, so let's get on with this. The series is directed by Masao Okubo with series composition by Kazuyuki Furuyasu. Character design is done by Masaki Sato. Animation production is done by Graphinica Incorporated. There will be a dub of the series, but a cast list has not yet been released. Record of Ragnarok confirmed the dub on Twitter, responding yes when a fan asked, "Will this be dubbed?" Do you plan on checking out this anime when it arrives on Netflix on June 17th? Probably not when it's on Netflix, but party. Yeah. All right, so let's see, so we got through those two. We got two more stories to get through tonight. Lady friend mine. Well, yeah, so, we're friends, and she is a lady, yes. But we are just friends. I mean, I would hope that we might be able to build something up, but we just haven't spent kind of time together that where anything beyond a friendship could really be built. And we haven't actually seen, granted, we're still just be talking over the phone, but um, I could. All right, so let's get to this next article then. We're just past the hour mark, and it's just you and me, even though the counter keeps saying only one. Oh, now it's back up to two. All right, so Arc Tunes Roundup, May 23rd, 2021. Written by the Dark Herald. It was published on Sunday, 23rd. So let's go ahead and go through this. Archaven Comics offers a better variety of comics than any other publisher. New superheroes, long lost classics, dark fantasy, from the distant past, dark, a frightening present, intriguing, speculative, science fiction, thrilling conspiracy, adventures, young adult dramas, plus some things that must be described as different. But trust me, different in this case is another word for great. Hypergamous. If you want to meet cute girls, just be yourself. Meet Hypergamous. She is trying to coach a friend on what is for him the impenetrable mysteries of the female mind. I'll say this for Hypergamous. She isn't afraid of a challenge. That said, she should have considered some fundamental limiters when advising her friend to just be herself later. Hey, you like Star Wars? I've seen it 87 times. Uh, yeah, it works as well as you think it. Yeah. Go Monster Go. Go Monster Go. Da 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 da. Go Go Monster Go Go. Da 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 da. Da. Mighty Morphin Monster. Uh, all right, so here we go. The legend. Chuck Dixon brings you an all new story. Go Monster Go. Drag racing culture of the 1950s was a byproduct of World War II. In the 30s, buying a new car wasn't possible for a lot of people. Then, Detroit had spent 5 years building tanks, not cars, so buying new wasn't possible at all. 1950s prosperity finally brought new automobiles for the masses, which meant everyone was dumping their old wrecks for pennies on top of that Army surplus high performance engines were available on the cheap. And in the 1950s, you didn't need a doctorate in computer science to put the two together as you do today. So, not the sport of kings, the dragsters were blue collar heroes, working class kids who spent their money from their part time jobs making their rides the fastest thing there ever had been. Taking their machines to the absolute limit of breakneck speed, illegally testing themselves against each other on the dry lake beds of the Mojave Desert. But each new culture comes with new legends, stories that bring with them the delightful tingle of primal fear. Men had died in those illegal races, but if you spent your life trying to break barriers, why would you let the barrier of death stop you? Some people might say that those are famous last words. Mm. Ah, now we got some more people here. Hey, Meme. Yeah. Hey, Meme, you're late. I'm almost done with all the stories. You're gonna probably have to go back and watch it all again because I'm almost done with all the stories here, down to the last two. Anyways, Hammer of Freedom. This is why big tech has upended Western civilization and resisted any conservative efforts. By creating chaos and preaching pseudo diversity, the left destroys that which is most important. Oh, wow. Whoever's writing this story is going for the jugular here. I'm already impressed. Brazilian powerhouse Luciano Cunha's Hammer of Freedom continues to be the most popular title at Archaven for a good reason. This story is as intense as it is timely. Brazil is under the yoke. Freedom is another word for slavery, and peace really means surrender. Equity is the goal. Equality of outcome has always been easy to achieve if you make everyone equally poor, hungry, and without hope of anything better. To do that, you need to be obsessed with one thing above all others, power. Not because they want to save the planet, that's a mask, but to eliminate anyone who stands between them and power. Power is all they want. Power. And they've changed the language. Language is everything. Language is power. Control the language and you control thought. It is true. That's a very true statement. Power of language, the power of words. It does have quite a bit of power there. Any defiance of that power is the worst crime there can be. Sometimes just surviving is crushing defeat for an enemy that is driven by the need to subjugate all. Archaven's publisher promises that Arctoon's content will be free to all forever. However, if you would like to support the website, please consider buying a subscription. Now, for some exciting news. Archaven Comics is now accepting submissions for publication. If you would like to see your comic book on Arctoons, send your submission to Submissions Archaven. That's it for this week, Arctoons Roundup. See you next week. Hey, mate. Hey, May May. What's up? I'm watching Hellraiser. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. Well, at least you're here now. As always, if you can like and share the stream, that will help. Um, which hour you're watching? First one? Or which Hellraiser you? I'm watching it on TV. Hellraiser first movie is awesome. I have all the original movies. Uh, all right, so here's the last story of the night. This one is going to be a doozy. Suicide Squad and Star Wars writer John Ostrander shares meme claiming everyone should be Antifa. John F. Trent wrote this, and that was published today. Suicide Squad and Star Wars writer John Ostrander recently shared a meme claiming everyone should be Antifa. If you are unfamiliar with Ostrander, he had prolific runs on Suicide Squad and even created the team's now iconic leader in Amanda Waller. He also wrote Star Wars Legacy, a series that took place hundreds of years after Return of the Jedi. Now here's the Suicide Squad director James Gunn revealed in April that Ostrander is the founder and foundation of our film. Not only that, but Ostrander is also getting a role in the film as Dr. Fitzgibbon. Gunn wrote on Twitter, "Happy birthday to John Ostrander, the creator of Suicide Squad, founder and foundation of our film." He added, "Here we are on set while shooting the role as Dr. Fitzgibbon." That was from James Gunn's tweet there. Gunn also made it quite clear that Ostrander's run on Suicide Squad was his biggest influence on the film. In February, he wrote, "Without a doubt, John Ostrander's Suicide Squad is the biggest influence on the film, along with Aldrich's The Dirty Dozen." Um, John's a good actor too, playing Dr. Fitzgibbon in the movie. Um, we had a huge poster of this in our production office while shooting. And back in August 2020, he wrote, "The villains I used come from all over DC and from different time periods. However, the movie is deeply indebted to John Ostrander's Suicide Squad run. So I'd start with the first collection, Trial by Fire." On May 23rd, Ostrander shared an image claiming everyone should be Antifa. Oh, the meme reads, "There is no organization called Antifa. Antifa stands for anti fascism. World War II veterans were Antifa because they fought fascism. Anyone who is against fascism is Antifa. There is no membership card. Anyone can be Antifa. Everyone should be Antifa, Antifa." But it depends upon what you're defining as fascism. If you mean like the fascism that was involved in Italy, then yes, everybody would agree with you. Or even the Third Reich. Okay. But if you're talking about because you believe conservative conservative viewpoints are fascist, then no, you're wrong. According to a report from Politico, federal authorities have been warning state and local officials since early 2016 that leftist extremists known as Antifa had become increasingly confrontational and dangerous. So much so that the Department of Homeland Security formally classified their activities as domestic terrorist violence, according to interviews and confidential law enforcement documents. Sounds like he's trying to make Antifa seem cooler. Maybe he's trying, halfway through the movie. Multiple bills have also been passed, have been introduced to Congress to classify Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization. However, none of them have passed as of yet. Well, that's because right now, you have a very liberal, you have very liberal Democrats in control of both houses. Unfortunately, Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana introduced a bill in July 2019 that called. Well, yeah, and we did for a while there have the Republicans controlling the Senate, but now that called for the designation of Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization. Representative Markey Green of Tennessee introduced a bill in August, strongly condemned the violent actions of Antifa and recognizing that it engages in domestic terrorism. More recently, on March 26th, Representative Lauren Boebert of Colorado introduced a bill calling for the designation of Antifa as an domestic terrorist organization. Former Attorney General Bill Barr even described Antifa activities as domestic terrorism in May 2020. He stated the violence instigated, carried out by Antifa and other similar groups in connection with the rioting is domestic terrorism and will be treated accordingly. What do you make of Ostrander's sharing approach? Yeah, I think he's showing that like a lot of celebrities, he's. So, anyways, that's so we're coming up on an hour 22 now. So, anyways, it does look like it's kind of a slow night. Um, already got through the main stories here. So I'm thinking it might be a good time to kind of wrap up a little early tonight, just due to the fact it does seem like it's a slower night. I figured. Um, so are you guys ready for this day in each history? I think I'm gonna wrap up. Y'all ready for this day in each history? Yay, history. All right. So at least somebody's listening. Okay. So yeah, so I'm gonna wrap up. So today is Tuesday, May 25th, 2021. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look back at this day in each history. So here we go. So first off, we're gonna go back 75 years ago today to um Meet it up. Yep. I'm gonna go back 75 years ago today to 1946. On this day in 1946, the Merry Melodies cartoon Hair Raising Hare, directed by Chuck Jones, written by Ted Pierce, premiered in theaters on this day in 1946. This this cartoon was also the introduction of the character Gossamer, who was basically a big hairball, who was later called Rudolph in later cartoons. So on this date, 75 years ago, the Merry Melodies cartoon Hair Raising Hare would make its debut. So there's that one. And also, I would like to wish a happy birthday to Hiro Saito, who's a former NWA World Junior Heavyweight, All Japan World Junior Heavyweight, and WWF Junior Heavyweight Champion. I'd like to wish Hiro Saito a happy 60th birthday. The former NWA World Junior Heavyweight, All Japan World Junior Heavyweight, and WWF Junior Heavyweight Champion. I'd like to wish him a happy 60th birthday today. Born on this date, 1961. And finally, the last piece of um, last piece in each history tonight, realm of comics, as the big two, DC and Marvel, on this date back in 2005 would hit significant milestones. So on this date in 2005, which was 16 years ago today, DC would set out on the would go going on sale was the 640th issue of Adventures of Superman from DC Comics, and the 520th issue of Amazing Spider-Man would go on sale from Marvel Comics. So DC's Adventures of Superman number 640 and Marvel's Amazing Spider-Man number 520 would both go on sale on this date in 2005, 16 years ago today. So, with all that being said, guys, thank you guys again for being here tonight. I'll be on early tomorrow. All right. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, thank you guys for being here tonight. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.